A week ago, hydration breaks at the 2026 World Cup seemed like a minor annoyance. Today they have become one of the tournament's biggest controversies. What started as a simple player welfare measure has turned into a debate involving players, coaches, fans, medical experts, and broadcasters. The question is simple. Are these breaks protecting players, changing football, or creating a new opportunity for television networks? For the first time in World Cup history, FIFA has made hydration breaks mandatory in every match. One takes place around the 22nd minute of the first half, and another around the 67th minute of the second half. Each lasts about 3 minutes, allowing players to drink water and recover before play resumes. FIFA says the decision is about player safety. After concerns about extreme heat during recent international tournaments, football's governing body wanted to reduce the risks associated with high temperatures. On the surface, that sounds reasonable, and many medical experts agree. Douglas Carser, a leading specialist in sports heat safety, argues that the breaks are actually too short. He believes they should last at least 5 or 6 minutes to give athletes enough time to cool down properly. Other researchers have warned that several World Cup venues could experience dangerous temperatures, especially during afternoon matches. From a medical perspective, the argument is straightforward. Player health should come first. But the players themselves are not completely convinced. Many have questioned whether every match needs a mandatory break. Some games are played in relatively cool conditions, while others take place in climate-controlled stadiums. Critics argue that stopping play regardless of temperature makes little sense. Their biggest concern, however, is momentum. Football has always been a game built around continuous action. A team dominating possession, building pressure, or fighting back into a match can suddenly lose its rhythm when play stops for 3 minutes. What feels like a small pause can completely change the flow of a game. One match has already become the perfect example. When Germany faced Curaçao, the underdogs shocked everyone by competing fiercely and frustrating one of the tournament favourites. Germany looked uncomfortable, and Curaçao appeared full of confidence. Then the hydration break arrived. Germany's coaching staff gathered the players, made adjustments, settled nerves, and regained control. The match eventually ended in a comfortable German victory. The break was not the only reason Germany won, but it gave a struggling giant an opportunity to reset at exactly the right moment. And that brings us to the group benefiting most from these stoppages, the coaches. Several managers have openly admitted that hydration breaks have become tactical timeouts. Coaches now use the pauses to reorganize their teams, correct mistakes, and deliver instructions that would normally have to wait until halftime. Some have even used laptops and video clips to communicate tactical changes during the break. In practice, football now has something it has traditionally resisted for decades: scheduled coaching opportunities during the match itself. For managers, that is a huge advantage. For many fans, it is a problem. Supporters argue that these breaks interrupt the natural flow of football and make matches feel less organic. Polls conducted during the tournament have shown a large majority of fans viewing the breaks negatively. Stadium crowds have even reacted with boos when referees signal the stoppages. To them, football is at its best when the game unfolds naturally, without scheduled interruptions. Yet while fans, players, coaches and doctors continue debating, another group is quietly benefiting from the entire situation: broadcasters. Under tournament rules, television networks are allowed to show commercials during hydration breaks. Those few minutes may not sound significant, but across the entire World Cup, the numbers become enormous. 2 3-minute breaks per match across more than 100 games create roughly 10 extra hours of premium advertising time. That is 10 hours of commercial inventory added to one of the most watched sporting events on the planet. For broadcasters, those extra minutes are incredibly valuable. What makes the situation even more interesting is that not every network uses the breaks the same way. Some broadcasters cut directly to advertisements, while others keep cameras focused on players, coaches, and team discussions. This proves that showing commercials is not required by FIFA's rules. It is a business decision, and that raises an important question. If hydration breaks create significant advertising revenue, will broadcasters push to keep them permanently? Could something introduced for player safety eventually become a permanent feature because it generates money? No one knows the answer yet. The reality is that every side of this debate has a valid argument. Medical experts see an important safety measure. Players worry about unnecessary interruptions. Coaches enjoy the tactical opportunities. Fans dislike the impact on momentum. Broadcasters gain valuable advertising time. That is why the controversy refuses to disappear. The hydration break is no longer just about water. It has become a discussion about player welfare, competitive fairness, tactics, entertainment, and money. And as long as those interests continue to clash, the debate will only grow louder. So where do you stand? Are hydration breaks a necessary protection for players? A tactical revolution that changes football forever? Or simply the most profitable water break in sports history?